Borderlands 3, there's this awesome monster you can farm called the Chupacabra, and I was able to get a bunch of legendaries off of that. And I got this little guy. If you can find this legendary, keep it because it's a real damage dealer. It's called the Borderlands Hellwalker, and it says on action skill and weapon status effect damage and chance increased by 75% for a short time. So that is really OP, really broken. I think it's awesome, but that is not the video that we're going for right now. Also, let me get one of my favorite skins on here. Deep Nebula. If you want a Deep Nebula skin, you have to farm bosses until it drops one. But other than that, let's get into the fight. So first boss is the Rampager. Rampager is not too hard. You just have to deal a bunch of damage to him within a short time limit, and it's not too hard with the shotgun. You just have to watch out for his fire breath and just remember his mechanics. So I am playing on Mayhem mode. This is only Mayhem mode 1, so that the bosses are actually doable. There are going to be times where it looks like I'm going to die, like me, but not it. But this shotgun just really feels good. Alright, second phase is the caustic phase. This phase you just turn into corrosion elemental. The first phase was radiation elemental. Caustic one you can just use your shotty as well. Or whatever weapon that does for you. I'm just gonna get my shotty out of there. Yes. And yeah, I got it. See if I can get this guy. Nice, alright, I see. So then we're just gonna try it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got a little cocky there on the second phase, but unfortunately one of the guys did spawn. Alright, so this phase, yeah, you don't want to use any fire weapons, so you can't use a shotty. So the weapon that I have right now is the Nighthawk, the Ice Barrier. It doesn't do as much damage as I would like it to, but yeah. So this phase is going to jump, and every time you jump, it's going to shoot smoke or fire, shoot fire in whichever direction it does. So avoid his path and try to run from the fire that he shoots out. Really, all you gotta do is you'll barely get hit by anything. Now he jumps down. This is where you just damage him. Pull out our mega if you want to, or you can call it I do this is just to farm the boss. If you want to farm the boss, you can get legendaries. And then also, I haven't reached level 2 yet, which is unfortunate. It takes time to get to that level. He drops a legendary. Just one. Oh, that's sad. Two. Hey, there we go. Never mind. So he dropped a shield. This one is not good. So this is his unique that he would normally drop. Stuffed Quatomizer. You can expect this to drop almost every kill. If he drops a legendary, he's bound to drop this first, and then other weapons afterwards. So then we're just going to loot whatever's on the ground here, and then we're going to go into the vault and loot from inside there. The first vault boss is actually where you're going to farm a lot of iridium. Reason why is because when you kill the boss, it drops iridium, and then also on the chests, there are iridium that you can break with your melee attack. If you came here for the first time, you would not have unlocked it, but after you beat the boss, like for the first time in story mode, you get a item that allows you to break the iridium off of chests. And then you collected that iridium. Right now I'm rocking with about 1.1k iridium. Yeah, it's a lot. I farmed the Rampager for quite a bit, and I got a bunch of iridium for it, so it's pretty cool. He also has really good chests. He has 2 of these bad boys, and then he has... Time to open you up! And then what I do is I just quit to the menu and come back so that I can get my instead of just having to walk all the way back to there. On Mayhem Mode 1, bosses are more doable and they're not as hard. The only reason why you want to do Mayhem 1 is so the bosses scale to your level and the loot scales to your level as well. So that makes it really helpful. But if you want a real challenge and you want to spend like all of your time just fighting one boss, then by all means put it on Mayhem 3. Otherwise, there's really no reason to put it on Mayhem 3.
With your name on them. Well,
And also, if you play on Mayhem 3, your XP farm is going to be inefficient.
I used to have one just like that.
And you won't get to level 50 as fast as you would like. If you want to power level to level 50, just play it on the first difficulty. Yeah, I know you saw me sell a legendary.
Have some money. Now, why not spend
Watch me
it?
sell legendaries, but I keep legendaries that I like a lot. So like the Nighthawk and the Shoddy that I got, I really love it. It just does so much damage and just decimates people. Alright, so that was the first vault boss. The second vault boss is going to be on Eden 6. And he's going to be at the floating tomb. Second vault boss isn't really that hard. If you have the shotgun that I have, you can easily destroy him. If you don't have the shotgun that I have, then just stick with a weapon that deals the most damage that you have, excluding rocket launchers, because rocket launchers are slow DPS as hell. So yeah, besides that, it's good. Also, I'm thinking about making like a new character playthrough. I don't know what character to play, but I was thinking Zane, because he has the Digistruct characters, which I really like. What do we do? Whenever Moze damages an enemy with the thrown grenade for every hit, she restores a portion of her missing health. Dude, that is good. Increases Moze's carrying capacity. Grenade carrying capacity. Yeah, let's put some points into that.
Now get out of here.
Alright, this guy isn't really that tough. All you gotta do is just move around with the environment, kill the minions, and yeah, besides that, it's actually really easy. It's not too hard. I shouldn't be able to get past these phases that fast. So for his phases, what he does is that he will tilt the stage and he will spawn that those balls. You want to look up at that direction and look at those balls. You know, destroy those. For other phases, what he does is that he'll use his melee. He'll use his hands, and whenever he drops his hands down, it'll show like a little yellow light on the platform where he can use it. And if you watch where it goes, you can avoid it pretty easily. Besides that, he's a really simple boss and you can DPS him down really fast. I haven't seen him spawn any of his minions yet, which is bad. Just because I'm doing like so much damage to him that you can't really deal that much damage back. Except at that point right there. So he does the stage tilt, the arm attack, and the laser beam from his eyes, and he also spawns. That's it. That's all he does. Besides that, it's not even a really hard boss. And boss fight complete. Collect your loot, go into the vault, and there you are. The minions that you will normally spawn are badass minions, and they are the dinosaurs. I mean, if you get to that point where he spawns minions, just take out your best weapon and just shoot him in the face. Other than that, this boss fight was pretty straightforward, pretty simple. If you are very confident in fighting bosses like I am, then you can just easily DPS out the bosses like I did right there. He's not too bad, he just uses his environment a lot, and you just have to watch out for his arms. So when he drops his arm down to attack you, you want to turn around to where his arm is at and DPS that orange ball inside his arm, because that's where the crit spot is. You can easily crit that for a lot of damage, as you saw me do. But besides that, the boss is pretty straightforward, not too hard. Legendary class mod. Dual weapon critical damage. No. We're going to this vault, and then we're going to go to our next vault boss. Yes, he does count as a vault boss. He's pretty easy to me, because I've had a lot of training with him already. You just have to not get too cocky with your DPS, and you can easily come out on top. You're not going to get any good chests in the second area, you're not going to get a good iridium farm. The best iridium farm area, like I said, is going to be the very first vault boss, because he has the iridium crystals on the chests that he has. So if you're looking for iridium, don't do what I do. Don't fight every single vault boss. Just go to the very first vault boss and farm him. You'll get a bunch of iridium in no time, as long as you can DPS him out. And if you want to bump it up the Mayhem 2 or Mayhem 3, hey, be my guest, but it's going to be harder for you to farm bosses. Alright, next we're going to have to go to the Great Vault for this one, which is going to be on Pandora. And we are going to have to go to right here. This boss is one of my favorites. We are going to be fighting Troy. Now, Troy is pretty straightforward. He's actually really not too hard of a boss. I recently learned that you could shoot the laser beams that they set up so that it doesn't make the ball grow in power. So it's actually really easy. All I have to do is just sell the loot that I got, and then I'll be down there to fight Troy.
Ammo! Without it, you're just a schmuck with a paperweight. Support local business. Sell to Marcus.
Don't really need this class mod. I'll Also, a cat just jumped on my lap and she thinks she needs attention.
Everyone has their price.
Hi, kitty.
Happy to help.
How can I help you? No, don't nudge the microphone. Oh, now you're gonna lay in my lap. I already had a cat laying in my lap earlier. I'm guessing you want attention now. Okay. I can accept this. No, don't nudge the mic! Kitty.
Too bad for you.
Alright, so mechanics for Troy. He starts launching balls at you, and all you have to do is just dodge him. You can jump over them, and then he starts shooting you with a pistol. You can easily avoid the pistol just by walking strafing. You gotta watch out when he jumps at you because he can easily one-hit your ass. Like right here. Yeah, that was problematic. I'm just gonna give up. If there's a cat nudging me, go away. It's very distracting right now.
This life brought to you by Hyperion. Hyperion, you die.
Don't you like it when a cat gets up in your face and starts nudging you for no apparent reason?
Come out and play! All hail the Gun King!
Alright, first when you get your first phase done with, you just stand there and taunt you. And after he's done taunting you, you roll up to the side, and then he'll jump back around and push you to stop you. Alright, minion wave isn't too hard. Go away, kitty. I don't have time to pet you right now. We're just spawn minions so we can destroy minions. If you have time, destroy these things right here. These things are fueling the ball that heals the base. Yeah, so it doesn't explode in the middle, or you can just check those. It's not true. And I'm in a mech, so I can't really turn real fast.
Just die already!
He'll jump at you, and then he'll fly right up, and then he'll spawn back down the middle. Now these tidal waves, they don't really do much to you, but they do hurt. If you want to avoid the tidal waves, you can try to. Other than that, just straight up DPS him. Also, there is a time where Troy can actually puncture through your shield and still to your health. Sucks. If you have no health, you're pretty much dead, but if you have no shield, you're still alive.
Let's get a little more intimate, shall we?
No, thanks, I have a girlfriend.
Get blasted!
Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage.
Time to show you what I can do!
Oh, you're getting that.
And that'll force him to get out of the invincible instance. Alright, so this phase is actually pretty easy. You just spawn the sword, so all you have to do is
Don't
just
you
DPS
see?
it down.
You can't win!
Also, that hurts a
Nah.
Alright, so this phase, this one's really fun. So this little thing in the sky, you see how his wing collapsed like that? So you just walk right here to avoid all the asteroids, so you don't get hit by anything. If you get hit by the asteroid, you can use a shield break, and if you get hit by more than one, you'll be dead with that. Alright, boss done. There you go.
Maya, avenged.
And sadly, we only got one legendary from that, but normally he drops like 4 or 5 for me. I mean, I guess it's just a rare instance that he does that. He's gonna drop me the occultist. Yeah. The double penetrating occultist is what he would normally drop. The only way you can control people is to lie to them. So yeah, that is very true. So the occultist pistol is a unique drop from Troy. That's the pistol that he was shooting you with in the beginning. Also, I don't think Troy really has any good boxes you can loot. Alright, that was Troy. Troy wasn't too hard. But I did die at the beginning because my cat was nudging my face and it distracted me. So, gotta love cats. I mean, she's still in my lap. She's just not on my face. She's just sitting in my lap. And this is okay. If she just wants to be petted, I understand. I'll pet her. And then we just sell loot that we don't want,
I've got
which is
bullets
everything
with your name on them.
And also
Well, mate, that came out
the
wrong.
penetrating occultist is actually not a good weapon. I mean, in my opinion, I don't really like it. It's supposed to be like the Unkempt Herald, if you remember that gun, but it's not as good as the Unkempt Herald ever was.
Always a pleasure, Vault Hunter.
Oh yeah, and then I have to go through my regular inventory here. There we go. And now it's time for the grand finale! That's right. The Destroyer's Rift. Final boss. Not too hard, not too easy, but just challenging enough. I want to make sure I'm good on ammo before.
Nobody does bullets.
Okay. Let's go, Tyrese. Tyrese's really easy. All you gotta do is just jump around and stuff. Now, if you want to sidestep, if you're trying to shoot later. For the right arm, spawn a ball, spawn multiple balls of fire. Left arm, don't really have to worry about the left arm. because the left arm, the destroyer will just leave the bomb, and all you gotta do is just DPS the left arm. Bomb. And then as you saw me do there, once the destroyer gets down on the feet, that's when you climb on the back of the tail, back. After you jump down,
That's it?
go ahead and yeah. So this one is pretty hard. As you saw me over there, that isn't too bad. What they do is that they spawn a ball of nuclear energy. The power of the sun they send at you. Oop! Bomb! Yep, I did not avoid that. You just have to watch out for the beams of light that are chasing you, and you can easily avoid the bomb. You can easily avoid the solar energy. And once you DPS the destroyer down, it'll be invincible. Once it is invincible, just like do this, just climb up the tail, climb up back, and then you can go in the middle. And then just continue with your DPS rotation. Every time you do that, it'll do this attack where it punches the ground. And all you gotta do is just sidestep and jump. And all this boss is just sidestepping and jumping. You don't have to worry too much about the minions trying to fuck with your DPS. Alright, so this phase you have to actually use a lot of bullets. You can't just skip it because she becomes invincible. This phase actually isn't too bad. Well, I mean it is, because she spawns this. What you want to do is you want to wait. You want to wait until you get the balls of fire. And then you want to try and time it just right so you take no damage from that. You want to get to the back of the destroyer and then continue the same DPS check that you have been doing. And then there you go, that's the destroyer boss. The destroyer doesn't really have that much of a loot explosion. I mean, it's not really that good. Normally the destroyer would drop something, like legendary, but this time she didn't drop anything, which kind of sucks, you know. There is also another phase that she does, where she will jump up in the air and fly across, just like the Rampager, and she will leave trails of fire behind her. Well, she'll leave, like, a laser behind her, and you have to walk in between the lines of that laser. Alright, this is the final vault. Well, actually not really. There's a vault on Necronopeo, which is nothing valuable in that vault. This vault contains 2 special chests, and then 2 regular chests. But if you want to farm the destroyer, normally you would just farm the destroyer for its unique legendary that it drops the Queen's Call. But besides that, that was all of the vault bosses. I hope you guys learned the mechanics well. I mean, I was talking way too fast to explain everything. So, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you learned how to deal with boss scenarios. And I hope you guys like the video and subscribe as well if you really want to. But hey, that's your decision, and I respect your decision. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Borderlands video that I make. So yeah, peace.